Hey, what's up guys? It's your girl Chris back at it again with another video, but in today's video I'm doing something a little bit different. So as you know, I've been participating in a challenge called the No Sinking Funds in August challenge, and this month I've been celebrating the savings challenge. So all my videos and everything have been about savings challenges. Well, today I'm going to do a video that's going to show you how to create savings challenges in Canva using only the free version. Okay? And if you stick around to the end, I'll have a little bonus for you. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, why don't you kick back and relax, grab yourself a snack, and let's get into this how to use Canva to make savings challenges using only the free version right now. All right, you guys, so here we are over in Canva. If you're not familiar with Canva, the website is canva.com. And today we're going to create some Halloween mini savings challenges, okay? So what I like to do when I'm over here on Canva, you want to come over here to create a design. So let's click on that. And then we're going to come all the way down here to custom size. And when I create mini savings challenges, I like to have the custom size to be 11 width and 8.5 height. Now, normally if you come on here, I already have it set to that. But what you would do is normally set to pixels. So you would come and click on inches, and then you would type 11 by 8.5. And then you want to click on create new design. So once our page comes up, I'm going to click on the letter R on my keyboard, and it's going to pull up a square here. And this is what we're going to use to size up our mini savings challenges on our sheet. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag our square over, and we're going to line it up within the guidelines of Canva. You see that box right there? We're going to line it inside that box. Now, I like to make my mini savings challenges. I like to make them 3 by 6. So what you're going to do is we're going to use this we're going to go over here, and you'll see the measurements are going to come up. See there? See how the width says 2.9, and we're going to get that to 3. We want our width to be 3. And then I'm going to come down here and drag this down so our height can be 6. Now, you, of course, can make these any size that you want. This is just what I like to do so they can fit inside an envelope. There we are there. So we have our first size for our mini savings challenge. And if we want, we can bring it down a little bit to fit wherever you want it to fit inside that little box here. That is my guideline because I know my printer is set up where it doesn't print border to border. Most printers are made that way. So if your printer is not that way, then you don't have to worry about it. But I know mine is, so that's why I have to stay inside that box. So now that I have my size, I'm going to copy and paste over my template. So let's go ahead and do, that's number 2, and we're going to hit Control V. So what I did was I hit Control C and Control V, and then we're going to bring this one over, make sure they're all lined up inside that box. So let's see if my box pops up. There it is right there. So that one's to the edge. So let's move this one in the middle over a little bit. The good thing about Canva is, see those measurements right there? It will tell you your size, your dimensions, if you're lined up. So everything is equally lined up. So that's perfect. So here are our 3 templates for our savings challenges. Now we're going to come over here to the left side of the grid, and we're going to click on elements. We're going to start looking for some icons to build our savings challenge. So we're doing a Halloween savings challenge. So I'm going to click on elements. And up here in search elements, I'm going to search Happy Halloween. Now, of course, you can search whatever you're wanting to search or whatever you're trying to create. I just know I want a title to say Happy Halloween. We're going to try to look for that. So I'm going to hit my search bar. And then we want to go to graphics. Graphics will give us all the icons that we want to put on our savings challenges. You don't want to do photos or videos or anything like that. So we're going to go to graphics, and we're going to do See All. Okay, so here's our icons here. So like I said, we're going to try to make these savings challenges using only the free version of Canva. Now, if you see these little crowns right here, it says Pro. That's for the paid version. So if you're using only free, you can't use these without having the paid version. But I'm sure we can find some items in here for free. You just have to be creative. So let's look and see if we can find a Happy Halloween sign under the free version. All right, so here's one right here. So we can go ahead and work with that. So let's scale this down. So I want this to be the header of our savings challenge. So let's make it around, let's see what fits. That's 2.7 by 1.8. Again, see the measurements right there? So you can play around with this. So let's move it in the middle of our savings challenge. That's actually perfect. And I'm going to make it a little bit more smaller here, just a little. All right, there we go. And again, if you want to move it around, you see the circles there, and then you see that arrow, you can move it in, you can move it out. It's always going to show you what your measurements are. And you can always move it over, and it's always going to let you know when it's centered, when a little line, that purple line right there, is going to pop up in the middle of your challenge or the middle of whatever you're creating to let you know it's centered. Now, the good thing, just a side note, the good thing about this icon we just picked, you see all these colors up here? You could go in and you can change these colors if you wanted it to be something different. So like the yellow in here, if I clicked on that and my color palette's going to come up, I can definitely change those colors. So say if I wanted to be, you know, this more rustic orange here, you can change it and then watch and then see how it changed the colors up there. So that's a good thing about some of the icons that you pick in Canva. You can change the color and make it whatever you want. But for the sake of this video, we're just going to leave it as it is. Okay, so there's our header for our first challenge. Okay, let's see what else we have in here under Happy Halloween. So I like when the magic recommendations come up. You can see all, and it's recommending what you can use. So it has some good choices. So let's go in there and let's see if we can find some other headers we can use for our savings challenge. And notice none of these are the pro version. So that's good. So, okay, now some of these, now once you get down here, they're pro with the crown, but there's some nice ones up here. I see two right here. So let's do best witches. That's cute. Okay, so then we can scale this down too, and then just center it where you want to go in your savings challenge. Again, you can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, but you want it to fit inside this rectangle that we created because that's our template, okay? And then let's do this creeping it real. That's cute. Okay, so now we're going to use creeping it real. Again, we're going to size that and we're going to move it over here. Okay, bring it down a little bit, scale it back. All right, there we go. So now we have our three headers for our savings challenges here for our Halloween savings challenge. Now let's go in, let's find some icons to put into the savings challenge. All right, so for our first challenge, since we got a pumpkin up here, I think we'll look for some pumpkins. So I'm going to click out of the magic recommendations. And I'm going to go back up here to the search bar, clear that out. Let's just type Halloween pumpkins. Okay, so again, we're going to use graphics. That's where we're going to grab our icons. We're going to click see all so we can see all of the graphics that it has. Now, again, we're looking for pumpkins that doesn't have the crown. Of course, if you have the pro version, you can absolutely use the ones with the crown. But for the sake of our video, we're going to try to do this using the free version. Okay, so here's pumpkin right here. This is good. And this is a nice size pumpkin here. And it's plain. It doesn't have a face, but it looks like all of the ones with the faces are pro. So let's go ahead and grab that one. We can use that. So now, as you can see, this is the size it is. So we want to scale it down. Remember, put your arrow over your little circle here. Scale it down. These are going to be our icons that we're saving money with. So we want to make these a little smaller. So I'm thinking let's do about 0.7 right there. Okay, so if you grab that little plus sign, you can move them down and arrange them on your page. So we'll come down to about right here. Okay, that's perfect. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to copy, hitting Control C, and then we're going to do Control V. And I'm thinking we put about 9 icons on each savings challenge. Okay, so I've lined up my first 3 pumpkins. Now, one of the things I like to do, you want to group the pumpkins together so you can move them at the same time. But having this background here, this template, it's hard to group them together. So I'm just going to move my template over just a smidge. That was more than a smidge. Move it over just a smidge. Now I can click and copy over my 3 pumpkins there, and see now they're grouped together. So now I can Control C and Control V all 3 pumpkins at the same time, and then I can make the next line item and just make sure they're lined up. See how I have my measurements there? And then I'm going to Control V one more time to get the 3rd row, And we're just going to bring them down here and make sure they're all lined up. I'm going to bring it up just a little bit because we still have to add our numbers at the bottom of it. Okay, and then I just want to, looks like I need to line this one up a little bit. Or it looks like I need to line these guys up and move those over. So again, you just click, you hover over all three, and then you line them up here. That looks good. And then I'm going to move this top row over. You just play around with it. Canva's always going to guide you. Okay, so now everything is lined up and I've left space for our numbers once we add them. Now I'm going to move my template back over. So the template just keeps us inside the lines. We're going to remove that template anyway. Let me move this over now. Okay, now we're all lined up. Now we're good. Now, before I start plugging in numbers, let's go ahead and find icons for our other two challenges. So we did pumpkins for this. So let's go ahead. Let's find some witches since this says best witches. So let's type in witches, see what we have. Search for witches. See, so we're under graphics. We're going to hit see all. Again, we're looking for free. Now, here's some nice ones here. Now, one thing to remember when we do remove our template, if you're using white paper, printer paper to print these out on, you don't want to pick a white icon. So let's try this black witch right here. She is perfect. She's cute. So I'm going to scale her down. Now our pumpkins were 0.7 by 0.7. So we can definitely scale them down. Again, as you make these, you may want to make these different. It's up to you. But I'm just going to keep them all uniform and all the same. All right. And then also, I'm going to flip our witch around so she's facing the other way. So if you come up here in your toolbar up here, see where it says flip? We're going to click on that and then we're going to flip horizontally. So now she's facing the other way. I like that better. Okay, so now let's take her. We're going to Control C and Control V twice so we can fill in our row. She's all even now. We're going to do the same trick like we did with the pumpkins. I'm going to move our template down just a little bit. So now I can get control of these three icons, because if not, it's just going to grab the template and move that around. We don't want to do that. So now I have my three icons. I can Control C and Control V, and it makes a copy. Now we can move these down, and we're going to do Control V again to get our last row. Okay, I think we're good. All right, then we're going to put our template back. All right, lastly, our Creeping It Real. I love this. So that has like a little skull. So let's see if we can find a skull we can use as our icons. And let's type skull. You can absolutely use Canva for your designs using the free versions. I follow Canva accounts that only work in free to show you how much you can do with the free versions. But I will say, as a pro user, it really is worth the money. If you want to invest in something, investing in the Canva Pro version is the best. But we're doing pretty good here with the free. So let's see, we're going to go under graphics. We're going to click see all. I'm telling you one thing, I'm coming back for this guy. Oh, he's cool. See how that's a pro version though? But look at him with those headphones. I gotta have him. But we are looking for a free skull. So let's see. We got some good choices here. We absolutely got some. Oh, look, this one's pink. Oh, we gotta get this one. Look how cute. Okay, so let's go ahead and size him down to 0.7 and 0.7. Okay, so I'm going to do him like I did the witch. I'm going to come up here to flip. Oh, just so you guys know, look, just like I told you with the Halloween sign, see how those colors are coming up here? You can definitely go in here and change your skull and all the colors he has. You can come up here and change it. Whenever you see this color block come up here on the icon you pick, you can customize it to how you see fit. And that's a part of the free, so that's really good. So we're going to come over here to flip. We're going to flip him around. I don't know why. I just want them facing the other way. All right, so let's Control C and Control V 2 times. So now that we got all of our templates in place, we got all of our Halloween icons, I think they look pretty good. Oh, it is time for us to add some dollar amounts to these icons. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, we're done with our elements here. So now let's go down left-hand side. Let's click text over here, okay? And then we're gonna add our header. So if you wanna name your savings challenge. So I always click over here and I click on add a text box. So I'm going to click on that. Okay. So here's our first text box. I'm going to move it over to this one. So I'm going to make this one so when it's highlighted blue like that, you can start typing. So I'm going to make this a $75 savings challenge. Okay, and then you can absolutely play around with your fonts. So if you wanted to make that a little bigger, you could. Let's see. Not too big where it takes up 2 rows, but that's fine there. And then we'll go ahead and just adjust it again. Make sure it looks even. There we go. You're looking for that purple line right there. Canva will let you know when it's centered. And what I like to do with my Halloween savings challenges, I'm going to change this font to Jeepers because it looks more Halloweenish. So if you come up here, this is where you can change the fonts and use any of the fonts that Canva offers. Again, there's going to be free versions. There's going to be pro versions. But I'm going to come in here and I'm going to search for the word Jeepers. You can see I've already used it. So let's go ahead and click on it and see this is what it looks like there. Okay, and that looks more of like a Halloween effect. So we're going to click on that and then it's going to update our text for our header right there as you can see it. I'm going to zoom in so you can see it now that we're putting our words on here. So see how it looks? It looks really cool. Okay, then I'm going to copy and paste it over to the other one. So Control C and Control V. I'm going to make the which one? Let's make that one $100. And I just clicked inside of the box and typed over 75 and made it 100. And then I'm going to click Control V one more time. We're going to go to Creeping It Real, click in here, and I'm going to make this one $125. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go back to text. Okay. And again, I like to use add a text box. And now here's our text box here. Now you can leave the text in Jeepers or you can use a different font. You don't have to leave it all in Jeepers. Totally up to you. But what we're going to do is now we're going to start adding our dollar amounts. Whatever totals $75, then your icons here have to total $100. Then your icons here have to total $125. It's totally up to you what you want to do, what amounts you want to do. If you want to leave them blank, just make sure you remove the amount up here and just put, Halloween savings challenge, whatever you want to do. And then you can leave these icons blank and let everyone fill in the amounts. But I personally, when I do savings challenges, I like for my savings challenge to have an amount to tell me what to save, because if it doesn't, I'm not going to be motivated to put my own amount. So now I'm just going to go in. I'm going to fill in these amounts here. So we'll start with this one. Let's see. I'm going to type in here. Let's say we do $10. Okay. So I'm going to center that right there. And then I think I'm going to make the number a little bit bigger. Maybe. And up here, I'm just changing the size up here. Okay. See the plus and minus sign. So I think that's a good size. Size 18. So what I'm going to do next is do a little editing magic. And when I come back, all of these icons will be filled in. Now I'm back. I used a little editing magic to fill in those numbers, or we would have been here all day. Let me make it a little bit bigger. If you're in Canva, you can absolutely use this little scale down here to make it bigger so you can see. So here we are right here. So I filled in all of the amounts here. So now this challenge will total $75. This one 100 and this one is 125. How cute is this? Isn't this adorable? And it's so easy. The hardest part, if there is a hard part to making these challenges, is figuring out the amounts to total the savings challenges that you want to do. So, but we have this all filled in here. So here's our Halloween savings challenges. Now, I'm going to make this smaller just a little bit. Now, the final step to these savings challenges, we are done. But if you wanted to add a little background to this, you could. But the final step to this savings challenge, we're now going to remove our template in the back because we don't want that gray rectangle to print on our savings challenges. So what we're going to do is make sure when we click in the box, it highlights the entire box here. Okay. And once you click on it and just hit delete, now it removes it. Okay. So remember, when you're printing these and if you're cutting them, or you may want to use the whole sheet, but if you cut them down to size, remember we did 3 by 6. Okay. Or whatever size that you choose. So we'll go ahead again. We'll click in that field. We're going to delete the background. Click in that field. We're going to delete the background, and there you go. There is your 3 mini Halloween savings challenges. So depending on what you want to do next in Canva, if you want to just save it to your desktop, or if you just want to get it ready to go ahead and start printing right then, whatever you create in Canva, it's going to automatically save it for you. And what I like to do with everything I create in Canva, I'll give it a name. So if you come up here and this little header next to your icon, you can come in here and name this whatever you want. So if I just type over here, I named this Halloween Savings Challenge. You can come up here and you can name it whatever you want. So if you come back in to find it, to look for your templates for the jobs you've created, you can search by that. And then once you're ready, once you're finished, you can come over here and click the share button. And then when you click the share button, you can come down here, you can do download. And then however you want to download it, this is the only item on this page. Sometimes I'll have multiple images on a page, but this is the only one. You can choose to download it as a PNG. You can choose to download it as a PDF. Let me just hit this down here. So here are your options. So you can do it as a PNG if you're doing a picture. I like to do PDF print whenever I go to print. So it can just be, you know, since I'm printing it to sell and make copies, you want to choose PDF print. And then when you're done, it'll save it to your desktop in a folder as a PDF, and then you can print it and make as many copies as you like. All right, then you're all set. That is creating savings challenges in Canva. As you can see, it's really simple. It's really easy. And this is the end product. I think we did a great job. All right, you guys, so what'd you think? We did pretty good, huh? So I went ahead and I printed and laminated my challenges. Here they are right here. They came out so good. Now, if you can see that. It came out really good, and we did this only using the free version. Now, I will tell you, I love Canva. I use it all the time, and I pay for it because it can do so much, but you can do a lot using the free version. So if you stuck around to the end with me, go ahead and click in the description box. I have a link to these savings challenges that we created today. Go ahead and print yourself a free copy. They won't be there long, so go ahead and get yours today. I hope you enjoyed them. Let me know what you think about them. And I really enjoy making videos like this. So if you're first-time Canva users or you just don't know how to access or work Canva, drop down in the comment section below. Let me know if you would be interested if we had little group sessions on how to use Canva and how to make it work for your channel and your business. All right, this has been so much fun. I really enjoyed Savings Challenge August. I am going to do more stuff like this next year when I start thinking about how I'm going to do my videos for next year. This has been great. So once again, I want to thank Tiffany from Cash Locks in Life and Fiona from Frugality is Life for coming up with this amazing collab. It's been so much fun. And that's it for me today, guys. So I will see you back here next week. Bye.